everybody, so it's Brittany from Wevolve. I first, before getting started, wanted to share my Christmas sweater. How cute is this? Yes, I wear Christmas sweaters even when it's not Christmas time, so don't judge me. Cute Christmas sweaters all year round, in my opinion. But anyways, that's not the topic of this week's video or of today's video, so I wanted to share with you guys how to know if a pet injury is minor or serious and needs vet intervention. So this is going to be a bit of a shorter video. I'm just going to give you guys some basic notions about what's more serious and what isn't. This is not a video about internal health problems, like more serious or chronic health problems. I have other videos where I talk about how to determine how sick a pet is and whether it's an emergency situation or something you can heal at home. So check those videos out for more information on this channel. I also developed a super comprehensive at-home holistic pet course with short, very easy and direct to the point videos where I talk about what to feed your pets, how to heal them, what to do if they have infections, what to do if they get stung by a scorpion, what to do if they fight with other animals, what to do if they have gingivitis, what to do if they have parasites, what to do if they have diarrhea, if they're not eating. I mean, every single thing you need to know is in there. Navigating vet visits, how to travel and get documents, like just all that stuff. So check that course out if you guys are interested in really like mastering how to be a pet owner at home and just having that video repository to refer back to anytime something comes up for your pet, and understanding all about pet nutrition and like where to source inexpensive foods and how to like feed your pet for dirt cheap and zero effort, and for them to be healthy and thriving their whole life long and like never need a vet and save you so much money. But anyway, I'm kind of digressing, but it's clearly something I think is a really amazing toolkit for any pet owner. So check that out, it's down below for you. So basically the way to know if your pet injury is major or minor is to physically look at the injury itself and the way your pet is behaving. This is going to tell you everything you need to know. This is where your human empathy and instinctual like intuition is gonna kick in hard. The same way as if somebody comes limping into your home, you can kind of tell if it's like a sprain based on their behavior, or if the person clearly is like bleeding out all over the floor. It's gonna be the same thing for our pets. So if a pet has like a minor limp, but there doesn't seem to be any broken bones, there doesn't seem to be any internal or external bleeding, no huge swelling, it might just be something more minor, like a cut or a scratch. So making sure to kind of like check out your pet and see what happened. Like, are they limping on their back leg? Are they acting a little funny? Do you see scratches on them somewhere? Like, what is the extent of the injury, right? There will clearly be a very different approach in terms of action steps if your pet got hit by a car and is very seriously injured versus if your pet had a little scrap with a neighborhood cat and has like a scratch on its cheek, you know? So you can just take a look at your pet and analyze your pet and determine exactly what's going on with them and how serious it is just based on your own instinct and intuition. Also look at if there's a lot of blood, if there's a huge amount of swelling, if there seems to be some kind of brain injury or internal organ injury, like something seems to have affected anything in the abdominal area, that's usually a little bit more serious than external things like limbs. If something seems to be broken or detached or dangling, or the pet is really lethargic or dragging itself or seems unable to move or walk, or there's a lot of like change in behavior, extreme lethargy, those things could be a sign that something more serious is going on. So yeah, just kind of watching your pet and trusting your instinct on this one. This is one of those that you don't really have to overthink. You'll most likely know when something is very seriously wrong with your pet. I'll share with you guys a little story about myself. Many years ago, I took in a few stray pets, like two really cute kittens, and then one of the neighborhood dogs basically attacked one of the mothers. Like, one of the cats ended up having babies, and she, like, we basically didn't get her neutered in time, whatever. This was like before I knew as much as I do about pets and when they go into heat and all of that. And yeah, and basically like she got attacked by a dog and her front leg was just completely mangled, right? And that needed like a vet visit basically, right? But if it had just been like a little scratch from another cat, it would have been a different story. So just really watching your pet, you know their behavior, you know the way they're moving, and so determining whether it seems like something more serious or if it's just a sprain. Sometimes it's like not critical. It's a good idea if it seems like anything more than just like a scratch or a scrape or like a minor surface injury, it's a good idea to get it seen by a vet. Just because, like, to get an x-ray, if it seems like anything might be sprained or broken, just determining if it's a break or a sprain can make a big difference. So when it comes to physical injury or anything like that, unless it really seems minor, it's a good idea just to have it be seen. I also always recommend, and I talk about this more like in my at-home holistic pet course, link down below for you guys, but I talk about the need to get multiple opinions when you go see vets, because just like doctors, everybody's got a different experience, everybody has a different thought on it, and just because we receive like a certain diagnosis doesn't mean that's actually what we have. That's just one doctor's interpretation of our group of symptoms or our blood test results, and oftentimes we will get many different diagnoses from so many different doctors and just be really confused about treatment options. So unless many vets are confirming the same issue with your pet, I wouldn't just go move on a surgery or make a decision for some kind of like big next step. Also keep in mind, and I don't like to say this because I know this is not true of all vets, but there are a lot of kickbacks in medicine and veterinary medicine from pharmaceutical companies for things like certain surgeries, like for pushing certain things. So I'm not saying every vet is corrupted. That's certainly not the case. Most vets love animals and went into it with a kind heart, but it is somewhat of a corruptible system in many ways. And so without going too much into that, I just wanted to touch base on that. So there could be like financial reasons why your vet is recommending something. Maybe they're in hard times and the practice is not doing well, and a big surgery could be something that like helps them out financially. There's many reasons like within the realm of humanness. So that could cause, unnecessary treatments being done to your pet. So it's a good idea to get many vet visits, see a lot of different vets that you trust, at least 3. And unless all 3 of them have the same diagnosis with the same severity, then I wouldn't consider necessarily acting on it, right? So, but if you're getting the same diagnosis from all of the vets that you're seeing, chances are that really is the issue. And if they're all recommending the same thing, that might be your next best course of action. So I really hope that helps to kind of clarify that a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm wishing everybody a beautiful week, and I will talk to you guys soon.